Oh, you found me.
Huh? Is everything okay?
Traveler, I have found myself in something of a predicament. In the competition, I voted for Smiley Yenshao.
So you're frustrated because you can't go back and vote for Xiangling instead?
No, that's not it. As a judge, I had a duty to remain objective. I made my decision after thinking about it very carefully, and my conscience is clear. Xiangling is my friend, so by rights, I should be honest with her about this. But, as you know, I voted based purely on my personal opinion. As a contestant, Xiangling may not be able to appreciate this. And I do not know how to deal with people of her temperament. I just don't know how to break it to her.
It's no big. Just say it however comes naturally. Xiangling of all people isn't bothered about that kind of stuff. And anyway, she still won in the end.
Oh hey, here you are. I've been looking for you for ages.
Xiangling, there's something I need to tell you.
What is it?
My grandfather always said to me, in contests of food, always follow your heart. Which is to say that in gastronomical disputes, or indeed competitions, one must cast their vote for the party that they agree with. This decision must be based on one's honest thoughts, not influenced by any external factors. Of course, that was just my grandfather's opinion, but I have to say, I am inclined to think he had a point. So, despite the fact that I am your friend, I cast my vote for Smiley Yenshao's Adeptus Temptation. Well, maybe it was. I like golden shrimp balls. Is that a problem?
You were acting so serious that I honestly thought something was up. It's fine. Doesn't bother me one bit.
Huh?
You voted for who you wanted to, and that's totally okay. In fact, that's exactly how it should be. Otherwise, how could it be a fair competition? So, you made a point of telling me. Is that because you were worried that it made you a bad friend?
Don't be absurd.
Didn't I say already? I love this about you. You're just so conscientious about everything. Half-baked feedback just isn't meaningful to me at this stage. Seeking reassurance is what novices do, and it's been a long time since I was a novice. The way forward from today will only get more challenging, as will the dishes I'll need to cook. Honestly, I'll need friends like you along the way. You have a strong sense of responsibility, Keqing. But you know, not everything is always about responsibility. Yes, you're a Qixing, but you're also you, Keqing. When you're with friends, you don't need to think about everything so thoroughly. You know that's what Ningguang's like, right? Beto's always telling me about how well she gets along with Ningguang. They even play chess aboard her ship sometimes. So you see, Ningguang's kind of bold in that she doesn't let her identity and reputation get in the way of her ability to have a good time. You could take a leaf out of her book. Outside of work, it's time to let go and relax.
Traveler, Xiangling, anyway, what are we standing around here for? Let's go and check on the status of the Stove God statue.
Oh, yeah! Paimon had nearly forgotten about that. Let's go see. How strange. It hasn't changed one bit.
This doesn't make any sense. We cooked our hearts out.
Does this mean the competition wasn't enough to awaken the statue?
Oh well. I suppose it was simply not meant to be.
Yeah, we've waited this long already. There's no harm in waiting a little longer. Right, Xiangling?
Yep, there's still time. Let's be patient. We'll all see this through together. On another note, I have some good news for you, Kuching. Things are looking optimistic for that recipe you gave me. Master came by before the competition and filled in the parts that were missing. So now I'll be able to cook it. In fact, I'll go find somewhere to make it right now. Wait here.
Xiangling.
Oh, and Traveler, could you come with me?
Huh? You only just beat Smiley and Xiao. You think you're up for challenging us already?
Obviously not what I meant. You collect recipes, don't you? I thought you'd probably be needing this dish during your travels, so I figured I'd share it with you.
Oh, right! Paimon knew that. Sheesh, we totally misread that situation.
Jeez, careful eating your words so fast, you'll give yourself heartburn.
What are you staring at me for? Go on, go get on with your cooking. Will we ever...
It's done! So this is what the dish from the recipe looks like. Let's go give it to Kuching.
Mine's ready too. Let's go together.
We're back!
The Traveler and I made one each. Here, have a taste while it's still warm.
Thank you. Don't mind if I do.
What is it? What does that face mean?
This flavor... I've tasted it before. Apologies. Xiangling, Traveler, thank you both. This is everything I had hoped it would be. It tastes wonderful and... quite amazingly, somehow it took me right back to my childhood, when my grandfather was still around.
Really? That's awesome! I didn't have a chance to fully explain before. In fact, when Master had filled in the missing parts of the recipe for me, I realized that I already knew how to make this dish.
You already knew? You mean you were able to make this without ever seeing the recipe?
Uh-huh. My dad taught me how to make it.
Wait, but isn't this dish from Kuching's grandpa's notes, though?
About that, I do not believe that this recipe was my grandfather's creation. My grandfather was a well-known real estate tycoon in Liyue, and also a scholar. He was an avid collector of old books and was quite knowledgeable on many of Liyue's customs and traditions that are no longer practiced. As a child, I used to spend a lot of time with him in his study. We'd read the classics together, then debate how much of it was actually genuine, and whether Rex Lapis was real or not. He used to say, books are just a bridge that bring us a little closer to history. It's up to those of us in later generations to ask these questions, search for the answers, and decide what they mean. Since then, my grandfather has passed on, and I've grown up to become a Qixing. My views on Rex Lapis have changed in this time too, from myth to reality. For me, the name Rex Lapis is inextricably wound up with memories of my grandfather. Whenever I see his name written down, it always reminds me of sitting in my grandfather's study, seeing all of his notes. As I said earlier, this recipe came from those same notes. It's an ancient dish that he was trying to restore to its original form. But, unfortunately, without the full recipe, he never quite succeeded. Still, each time he tried cooking it, he'd always get me to have a taste while it was still warm. The memories. This really is the taste of my childhood.
Ancient dish? Are cornbread buns really that old?
Well, at least in my family it is. My dad learned how to make it from his dad, and supposedly it's been passed down that way for generations. We call them chili mince cornbread buns. They're a traditional folk food snack, easy to pack up and take with you on the road, so they're the perfect thing to eat on the go. Seeing Guoba just reminded me of something. I actually made this dish on the day I first met Guoba.
How did you first meet?
It was in a cave in the mountains. I ducked inside to get out of the rain and saw an offering table in there, so I put the cornbread buns I brought with me on it. Then I ended up falling asleep, and when I woke up, I found out that Guoba had eaten every last one. Guoba followed me around ever since. We're practically family now.
Hold up! Stop the conversation! Look! The stone! It burst open!
It's...
Guoba? What are you... What?
Ah, I see the chili mince cornbread buns have been served.
Master!
Granny, look! The stove god statue looks just like Guoba!
Oh, indeed it does. After all, Guoba is the deity you've been searching for. God of the stove.
Guoba is a god?
You asked me if a sufficiently festive atmosphere would be enough to reawaken the stove god. And my answer is this. Yes. And no. The stove god has always been a deity with great affection for the people, and who acts in response to their desires. To him, the heart's passions and the heart's desires are not the same thing. Passion can be a technique, a skill, something derived from experience. But desires, they are deeper, more innate. They are the heart's strength in its purest form. masterful chefs is wonderfully exciting, but it is more an exercise of passion than of desire, and passion alone will not suffice to reawaken the stove god from his deep slumber. But just now, when Kuching ate this dish he had longed for, a deeply held desire was fulfilled. As well as receiving an answer to her question, she also gained something much more precious. A moment of poignant nostalgia so vivid, it felt like she was right there alongside her grandfather. The enormous power unleashed by the fulfillment of this desire resonated with the stove god's statue, and caused it to manifest once more the form it took in the past. Of course, the stove god himself is not contained within the statue. The true stove god has been here with us all along. How does it feel, seeing a statue of yourself from your glory days? Look at him. Still so majestic.
Glory days? Wait, what happened? Did Guoba used to be different from now?
Oh, yes. Back in his day, your Guoba was once the patron god of the soil. But all the wisdom and power he had then, he has since surrendered to the soil itself.
A god surrendering their power to the soil. I have heard this turn of phrase before, but what does it mean?
The kinds of trials and tribulations that a land can face are far more than you could imagine. Droughts, floods, torrential rain, hurricanes, earthquakes, tsunamis, fires, and plagues. The threat of disaster will never fully disappear from Liyue. Even woes that have never been faced before in history will come to pass in the future. Such things affect you mortals far more than we Adepti, with our immortal forms. He once walked with you over the barren plains until you arrived at last at the harbor. He joined you in building your dwellings and lighting the stoves. It was his hand that lit the very first street lamp of Liyue and brought the aroma of cooked food into every household in the land. You mortals no longer remember him, but back in the age when you did, he was the closest of all the Adepti to the common folk. Machosius, god of the stove, born from a spark when stone struck stone. He was a god with a great love for humanity and their well-being. Millennia ago, the people sought to expand their city. They built a dwelling on the plains and called it the Guili Assembly. The stove god cared greatly for the people, turning himself into minions who went into every home, fostering food and solidarity alike. Alas, their home was taken by a flood. The waters ravaged the Guili Assembly and forced the people back south to Liyue Harbor. Though the distance was not far, the journey was plagued by a terrible storm. For a dozen days, the Adepti stayed by their side. During this time, the stove god cooked an ancient delicacy, flatbread with a meat sauce to stave off the cold and damp, fit for those on the move. Centuries later, disaster and plague arose once more. The stove god would appear no longer, for he placed all of his power into the land itself to quell the calamities. His power expended, and his wits greatly reduced. Thus his body decreased in size. By the time he parted ways with us, he wasn't even the height of a human. He told the dishes that bring joy and other secrets of the flame, then went into the mountains and entered into a long slumber. The stove god departed, and Guoba was born. When he awoke, he ate the chili mince cornbread buns placed on the offering table by a young lady in yellow. Though he did not remember the past, he was profoundly moved and decided to follow this young lady thereafter. The stove god had quietly disappeared, but the vendors rose early to hawk their wares. People went out to buy goods, lit their stoves, and cooked food, just as they had done every day for as long as they could remember. In Liyue, things have always been this way. Nature provides, the mountains rejoice. We are blessed by heaven's good grace.
Years have gone by. The world has transformed, but our way of life survives.
Fame and fortune is only a season. It is the moment that we should embrace.
Past meets present. Heritage becomes legacy. Long into the future may we thrive.
You once told me that dining is the profoundest of customs in the human world. To eat well is to consume vitality itself, and to drink well is to partake of the very essence of the world. It is a matter of paramount importance, you said, for people cannot face the arduous journey ahead on an empty stomach. At once a humble affair and a profound one. A humble meal of maize and spring water is also profound in that. By ensuring one's survival, it paves the way for millennia of human history and culture to come. My dear friend, Liyue has changed so much while you have slept. Looking at the prosperity and beauty around us today, does it make you happy?
Guoba, this is kind of a huge deal. Why didn't you say anything?
He is not who he once was. Even the power of speech evades him now. There is no way he could have told you.
Oh.
Guoba, but...
Xiangling.
Do not be saddened, Xiangling. There are two sides to everything. Guoba may have lost many of his formal faculties, but he is now as carefree as can be, without a single worry in the whole world. In this world we inhabit, who can truly be said to live a life free of all woes? Those with a mind and with the knowledge will certainly be troubled by all manner of things. But he has gone further than us in his journey. He had both wisdom and courage. Everything he took upon himself, he was also ready to part with. His carefree demeanor today is a testament to the fact that he is at rest. So since you are his friend, take good care of him. Go out to walk and play. Allow him to eat, drink, and be merry.
I will! You can count on me!
Xiangling, you have an adeptal affinity. Guoba follows you around because he has respect for you. The moment he awoke, he was met with the familiar flavor in the chili mince cornbread buns he ate. After all that time, he still recognized the dish he had invented, and he approved of you as the one who had cooked it.
That's right. The taste of one's home cuisine always brings back memories of home. Though he remembered nothing, eating the food you had cooked gave him a feeling of familiarity. That is why he stuck by you.
You may be the first person in history to give the stove god the experience of being a satisfied customer. That makes you quite a remarkable chef.
If that's true, I couldn't be happier. Because Putting a smile on customers' faces is what we chefs are called to do.
Well then, it's getting late and I still have things to do. Time for me to say goodbye. Traveler, Paimon, Xiangling, thank you all very much. I look forward to spending more time together in the future.
I guess my dad's probably heard the good news already, but I should still go catch up with him. Master, it's been a while since you came by. Why don't you join me? He thinks about you all the time, you know. He's always telling me to invite you over.
Oh, goodness me. Then, far be it from me to refuse. Off we go, then. Let's saunter over gently and see how all the city folk are getting along.
I'm back! Hey, what are you doing there? I should be the one handling that.
Oh no! Guoba's taken off!
Oh, it's you. Hello there, old friend.
Oh, bless my soul. Are you out for a stroll as well?
Given the season, it felt fitting to take a leisurely walk while the meal is being prepared.
Quite right. And it also gave us the chance to run into you. Guoba may not recognize you, but as ever, he seems quite delighted to see you.
So, Guoba doesn't remember anything, but can still feel when something's familiar?
Friendship will always withstand the ravages of time. Traveler, what do you think of the name of this festival? Moon Chase. The moon is a carrier of countless emotions. So many things only seem to surface as we gaze up beneath its poignant glow. Wherever the moonlight shines, the heart is wont to follow. Fond memories of those no longer with us. Debts of gratitude to old friends. The meaning of ages past and gone. All wrapped up in the city that has existed for so many moons to date. All these things and more. They are why people chase the moon.
In old age, the sight of many things puts one in a wistful mood. But children are always a beautiful sight to see. Such exuberant life force. It seems to well up from deep within the land itself. A land that has been in existence for so many millennia, and yet one that still dazzles today. Traveler, this Moon Chase Festival has been all the more entertaining with you here to witness it. Now, let's have Xiangling brew us a nice pot of tea. We shall drink and chat at our leisure.
As expected of my daughter, your skills are getting better and better still. This one's just plain stupid.
The Winter Shogun approaches.
Nice and spicy.
Going down! Illusion shattered!
Nice and spicy! Boba, get them!
There is no escape!
Boba, get them!
Are you
Illusion shattered! Nice and spicy!
the more, the merrier? Blink! Over here!
Freeze!
Barely a scratch!
Resistance. Shine no longer.
The steak.
15, 16.
Come take a look. It'll definitely be something that catches your eye.
Mondstadt, welcome.
You want to know about him? In fact, I'm one of the few who has seen him with my own two eyes.
Great! This is the guy we need to talk to! So, just who is the Dark Knight hero?
Whoa, slow down. let me start from the beginning. Well, I was patrolling one night when suddenly I heard something. I rushed over to check it out. I saw a gang of suspicious-looking fellows who looked like they were up to no good. So I quickly hid.
Hid? You're supposed to be a guard!
That was when he appeared. He was dressed in black from head to toe, perfectly hidden in the night. The way he crept up on those bad guys must have felt like a living nightmare.
Wow!
Guess what I did next? I wasn't the bad guy, why would I need to run away? Still, I did leave the scene. I didn't want to be a nuisance to the Dark Knight hero. So instead, I headed to the Knights of Favonius' residence. Correct. I thought surely someone with such a strong sense of justice and who voluntarily protects Mondstadt is exactly the kind of person you'd find in the Knights of Favonius. But it seems I was wrong. I checked everywhere, and there were no signs of anyone having left the building.
So you're saying whoever it is can't be from the Knights of Favonius after all?
Yes. But I just can't understand. Why would someone like that not want to join the Knights? I'm sure they would warmly welcome someone of his abilities.
So, the point you're trying to make is you don't know who the Dark Knight hero is either?
Hey, don't be like that. At least by talking to me, you've ruled out a few more people. Anyway, try asking at the flower shop. I heard a girl there's been talking about the time he rescued her.
What's wrong? Why can't I get him out of...
Hello? We'd like to ask you about the Dark Knight hero.
My hero? Oh, sorry. Just hearing his name gets me lost in thought. Hang on. How did you know who I was talking about? Is it that obvious? Oh no. What am I going to do if Master D-Luke ever finds out?
Huh? What's D-Luke got to do with this?
Well, I guess I might as well spill the beans then. I used to think D-Luke was the one for me. But ever since the time I was rescued by the Dark Knight hero, I just don't know anymore.
Wowee! You saw the Dark Knight hero? For real? What's he like?
It all happened so fast. I was so scared. All I remember is seeing a flash of fire, but I felt safe. I only saw his silhouette, but it felt so familiar. That I really do not know. Perhaps it was fate? You know, when you meet someone and it feels like you've known them your whole life.
Okay then. Well, thanks for the intel, Donna. See you around. So, based on what we know so far, all we need to do is find a wealthy, vision-wielding vigilante who's not one of the knights. Nope, still no idea. But we already asked so many people. Guess we gotta see for ourselves. Let's take a look around the city at nighttime. If we're lucky, we just might bump into him. It's getting dark. Let's stick around Mondstadt. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll meet the Dark Knight hero. The Dark Knight hero is Master D-Luke?
After managing to steer clear of the guards' patrol route, I never anticipated I'd run into you instead. Dark Knight Hero? Sounds awfully derivative to me. Please tell me you didn't come up with that.
How is this the first you've heard of the name? Every man and his dog in Mondstadt is yapping about the Dark Knight Hero.
I do not concern myself with idle chatter. Though, I suppose I may take the idleness of others as a sign that peace prevails.
Huzzah! The great mystery of the Dark Knight Hero of Mondstadt! We solved it! Now then, Mr. Dark Knight Hero.
Please stop calling me that. Seriously, it makes me uncomfortable.
Not surprised. It's the stupidest superhero name Paimon's ever heard. You should come up with something more original. Like, Captain Pie.
Pie?
Captain Pyro! Tell us, Captain Pyro, what happened here today?
It was the Abyss Order.
Them again?
I don't know what the devil they're plotting this time. It seems they're performing some initial reconnaissance. Considering that I've proven myself to be one step ahead of them on countless occasions, their persistence is unusual. I assume so, unless you're aware of any other Dark Knight heroes around these parts. The Knights are, for the most part, an incompetent bunch. I cannot trust them to take this matter over. What's past is past. I would prefer not to discuss it. Well, I hope this conversation has been of service to you, because I would like to ask for a favor in return.
Oh? What is it, Master D-Luke? Your wish is our command!
You must keep my identity a secret. Above all, it is crucial that you do not let the Knights of Favonius know I am connected to any of this.
What's that sound? Yikes! Have the Abyss Order sent backup already?
They appear to just be small-timers. You should have no trouble dealing with them. I cannot afford delays on account of a few lackeys. I shall have to let you take care of them. Remember, don't tell a soul.
Hey! You're just gonna leave us like this?
Shine down!
Go as one!
Cool it!
Greetings. I thought I heard something, so I came to check it out. Did you see anything out of the ordinary?
Nope. Nuh-uh. Not here. Nothing. Zilch. Unless you're looking for the Dark Knight Hero, in which case...
The Dark Knight Hero? You saw him?
Oh, the Dark Knight Hero is, him!
You! The hero who safeguards Mondstadt from the shadows. On behalf of the Knights of Favonius, I thank you for your service to this city.
It's nothing. Really, you're too kind.
Wait a second. Aren't you the traveler that just arrived in the city? Rumors were circulating about the Dark Knight Hero long before you ever arrived here.
Oh,
Why would you lie to me about that? Never mind. You don't seem like bad folks. But I do hope you will visit the Knights of Favonius soon, where we can discuss the Dark Knight Hero situation in more detail. You know, some things are best not discussed in public. Duty calls. I must be going. Stay safe, traveler.
seems like Huffman has something he really wants to say to you about the Dark Knight Hero. Better head over to the Knights of Favonius and see if you can find him.
it's you two. Thank you for coming. So, the Dark Knight hero. Do you have anything else you're able to share with me? Ah, yes, of course I should fill you in first. Apologies for my appalling lapse of etiquette. The situation is... Here, take a look at this.
Jeez, what horrible handwriting. Let me take a closer look. Huh? Some parts of this seem to be complete gibberish.
Indeed. Although this is written in the common tongue, it appears that a cipher has been used in many places. Nevertheless, one can grasp the general message from the non-ciphered portions alone. This is a war declaration from the Abyss Order to the Dark Knight hero.
Does that mean the bad guys want the Dark Knight hero to go away forever and ever?
Something like that. Thus, we are hoping to contact him as soon as possible so that we can attempt to coordinate a response. After all, this matter no longer concerns merely the Dark Knight hero himself. It impacts the entire city of Mondstadt. If you find out anything at all, come and find me.
A war declaration sent by the Abyss Order? This is not good news at all for Master Diluc. Quick, we should go tell him right away!
I have failed.
Race you! Master Diluc! Just now, we were at the Knights of Favonius, and...
I take it you're about to inform me of the war declaration from the Abyss Order. I'm aware of it, though I appreciate you for taking the trouble to come all this way.
What?
The Dawn Winery's intelligence network extends beyond commercial matters.
Great! So, what's the plan, Master Diluc?
I'm open to suggestions. That would be tantamount to handing this over to the Knights. Had they been worthy of this task to begin with, things would never have escalated to this point. In any case, circumstances are not dire enough to warrant me going into hiding and leaving the Knights to deal with the consequences.
Ooh, the Abyss Order has really dealt you a tough hand this time. What a sneaky little bunch those guys are!
There is a way, but for it to work, I need some more information. Specifically, I need to decipher the obscured portions of the Abyss Order's war declaration.
Obscured portions? You mean the bits Paimon can't read?
It must be a cipher only understood by members of the Abyss Order, used to spread messages within the organization. It's not simply a war declaration, but also a notification to their own. When you take a stand that makes you a hero to one party, you also become a villain to the other. And since I've been the Abyss Order's enemy for so long, they've made me the target around which they can rally their troops and unite their strength.
Wow, seems like it takes a lot of brains to be a superhero, huh?
I understand my enemy well, is all. As the saying goes, heroes and villains are two sides of the same coin.
So what are we gonna do about the intel that's written in gibberish then? How do we un-gibberishify it?
Simple. When you don't understand something, you ask. I've already tracked down one of their strongholds. If you're interested, feel free to come along. This is the place. Abandoned ruins like these are precisely the kind of place the Abyss Order likes to camp out. Come on, there's no time to lose.
I charge a higher rate to meet outside the office.
verdict is... Ha!
Boom boom!
Insolent.
Burn!
Incinerate! Breath of the flame! Go as one! Motion to compel! Incinerate!
Time for retribution!
Boom boom!
There is no escape! Barbados, guide us.
Motion to compel! Time for your arraignment! Boom boom! You're toast!
Shine down!
How did you find me here, Favonian scum?
I am no knight of Favonius. Now start talking. Your plan, what is it?
I see you received our letter. But if you think I'm going to let you in on our secrets, I'm afraid you're quite mistaken.
You appear to have misunderstood the situation you're in.
Did you just use a pyrovision to shoot fire from your hands? Ah, it burns!
Let's see how long it takes for you to crack.
Stop! Stop! Please! Pain, I beg you! Make it stop!
Playing dead won't help you. That fire was nowhere near strong enough to... Oh, he seems to have passed out. Hey! You sleep when I say you can sleep!
It burns! I'll talk. I'll talk. Ow, ow, ow! Please, stop! I'll tell you everything. The Abyss Order. We've amassed a force bound by a shared hatred for the Dark Knight hero. They will march on the Mondstadt city gates at 10 p.m. tomorrow night. That's everything I know. Please, don't make me suffer those flames again.
That's it? Well, I doubt you'd be foolish enough to keep anything else hidden.
Go as one!
Now that I have the information I need, I must prepare. I would be grateful if you could keep me updated on how the Knights of Favonius respond to this matter.
Yes, Master Diluc, sir. Anything you say, Master Diluc, sir.
Why are you acting so strange all of a sudden?
In light of what just went down here a moment ago, Master Diluc has officially reached #1 on Paimon's people not to tick off under any circumstances list.
Ready when you are.
If we do not make contact with the Dark Knight hero soon... Ah, it's you two. I must admit, this issue of the Dark Knight hero is proving to be something of a headache. We've just held a meeting to decide on an appropriate course of action. Can you guess what it is? No, that would send a signal that the Knights are in favor of the Dark Knight's hero's continued presence in our city, which we are not. Encouraging this kind of individual heroism undermines the Knights' authority.
Oh, well, what's the plan then?
find out the Dark Knight hero's true identity and offer him our protection.
Protection? He seems to be doing just fine without your protection so far, you know.
Well, since you've aided the Knights in the past, I might as well just tell you. The offer of protection is just a ruse in order for the Knights of Favonius to take over full and exclusive responsibility for this matter.
You aren't gonna let the Dark Knight hero be all heroic and stuff? Why not?
Firstly, to show the might of the Knights of Favonius, to prove to the people that without the Dark Knight hero, they can still rely on the Knights to maintain peace and harmony. Secondly, the Abyss Order have no mercy in their hearts. If anything happened to the Dark Knight hero, it would only serve to further their nefarious ambitions.
Gosh, Paimon never knew the life of a knight involved so much untold anguish before.
But none of this will work if we don't establish the Dark Knight hero's true identity in time.
There's no need to despair, Huffman. Just follow my plan, and everything will be fine.
Ah, Captain Kaya.
Lately, Master Diluc has been working the bar at the Angel's Share every night. All I need you to do is keep him in your sight. Think you can manage that for me?
Yes, Captain Kaya. But does that mean that Master Diluc is the Dark Knight hero?
Who knows? It's just a hunch. I've been known to be wrong on occasion.
Wow. Paimon feels we saw a whole new side of the Knights of Favonius today. But Paimon doesn't understand. How is Kaya so sure he knows who the Dark Knight hero is? We need to get to the winery and tell Master Diluc as soon as Paimonly possible.
The vision decree.
Did something bad happen again?
Ancient alchemy.
Diluc! Paimon has something important to tell you!
Yes, about Kaya. I should have known he would see this as the perfect opportunity to get back at me.
Sounds like there's a bit of bad blood between you guys then.
I shan't get into that now. More importantly, the Knights of Favonius are responding more or less as I had anticipated. All we need to do now is think of a counterplan. Patience. Let me think for a moment. If they intend to monitor me, then so be it. We can use this to create the perfect alibi.
What's an alabla? An alibi?
If you want to find out, maybe you can do me a small favor first.
Oh, come on! Why do you love cliffhangers so much?
In Mondstadt, mist flowers are most commonly found in a region just northwest of the winery. If you could gather some for me, I'd be most grateful. I will make other preparations here in the meantime. Ah, you're back. Allow me to introduce the winery's master brewer.
So many mist flowers. Great! I can't wait to see how this turns out.
So, are you certain the equipment can withstand this level of purity?
Oh my goodness! The winery owner himself is addressing me directly. Don't worry, sir. It is always my honor to serve you, even if it means risking my life.
Huh? What's so life-threatening about this?
Please, excuse me. I must get to work.
What's he gonna do with a bunch of mist flowers?
Long story short, a few days ago, the winery was experimenting with some new flavors. They wanted to see if mist flower can truly add a crisp and refreshing taste. Sure enough, they discovered that the flower's extract is truly potent.
So the new batch is selling like hotcakes?
No, not potent in terms of attracting customers, but slimes. Slimes need to extract elemental energy to survive. For them, this substance is simply irresistible. So I thought to myself, I wonder how much trouble I could cause now that I know this.
Yikes! What was that noise?
Oh, cold! So cold! Oh, Master Diluc, purification complete, sir. But the equipment is...
Marvelous work. Don't fret about the equipment. I shall have my butler order more immediately.
Marvelous! Jolly-ho! Spiffing! Somebody fetch the butler! Paimon never knew you had to be so well-spoken to get a job in the alcohol industry.
This is what I was talking about. Mist flower extract. Or, for our purposes, elemental bait.
Wow! It really has a strong elemental... whiff. Can we test it out?
Sprinkle a little on the ground over there. Careful, just a small amount.
even more than we expected.
It appears the potency is greater than anticipated. We'd better get rid of them before they wreak havoc on the manor.
Illusion shattered!
Booba, get them!
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry.
Out of the frying pan, into the... Go and splash!
Cool it!
Go and splash!
Such a powerful effect from such a small amount of extract. At least we didn't go picking wildflowers for nothing. All right, so can you tell us what your plan is now, Master Diluc?
Yes, the plan is... And so, I expect it to all go down without a hitch.
Are you sure it will work? You're the only person in the plan.
I have persevered alone from the start. Now, I alone must face what lies ahead.
Well, if you already made up your mind. But until that moment comes, we can still help you out where we can. Isn't that right?
I am indeed indebted to you. I shall see you at the tavern, as per the plan.
Let's wait until evening to meet Master Diluc at the tavern.
You gotta try Dawn Winery's data.
Greetings, Mr. Huffman of the Knights of Favonius. To what do I owe the pleasure at this hour?
Oh, nothing. I'm merely procrastinating. I thought I might indulge myself with a beverage or two. Ah, Traveler. Fancy meeting you here.
Oh, we were in the mood for an evening stroll.
What would you like to drink?
I'll have a dandelion wine, I suppose.
Ooh, Paimon wants apple juice. Aw, but Paimon forgot to bring her coin pouch. Do you have any more on you?
Apologies. We do not give credit here.
Well, in that case, let this be my treat.
No need. We'll be back in a jiffy. Huffman showed up, just as expected. Okay, remember the plan? Go to the city's side gate and place the elemental bait. Whoa! You used all of it! This is gonna be pretty epic. Yikes! Here comes the slimes! Quick, let's get to the tavern before anyone spots us!
Captain Kaya is no doubt a formidable knight, but he also brings us more than his share of hassle. No, this isn't right. I should not be talking about my superior in such a manner. If he were to overhear me...
We're back! Is my apple juice ready?
One moment.
Mr. Huffman! Mr. Huffman! A situation at the side gate! Everyone to the side gate!
What is it? What happened?
It's... slimes, Mr. Huffman.
Slimes? You see them all the time. What's the big panic?
We do, but... Sir, there are more slimes out there now than all the slimes I've seen in my life added together!
Whoa!
Surely this couldn't be the Abyss Order's secret weapon. But I have another matter to attend to here.
Oh? The matter of your dandelion wine?
No, that's not what I meant.
So this is how the Knights of Favonius conduct themselves in a crisis. The Abyss Order is encroaching on the city gates, and your response is to sit here drinking wine? It's like I've always said, the Knights are not to be trusted.
Master Diluc is right. My conduct here has been below par. I shall set off at once. But first, may I have a quiet word?
Huh?
Shh, keep your voice down. I presume you know what this is about. Please watch Diluc for me. Do not let him leave under any circumstances. I must head to the side gate, but I'll be back shortly. I'm counting on you.
Good. That's him out of the way.
Everything's going according to plan.
I must get going too. I won't have a second to spare if I'm to be back in time. There you are. Dealing with you will be the easy part.
Shine down!
Kiss?
Don't get frostbite.
Classic Master D-Luke. Not a baddie left standing.
Nothing more than a few hilly churls. No time to chat. I don't know how long those slimes will keep Huffman occupied. Best get back to the tavern.
Glad that's settled. Let's get back to the tavern. You think Huffman is back yet?
It seems Huffman hasn't yet returned. He made it in time.
The situation is sorted now. I never expected that the Abyss Order's army would turn out to be nothing more than a few slimes.
That is a surprise. Perhaps the Knight's true calling is to be slime exterminators. Who knows? Domestic pest control may turn out to be a more valuable use of your resources.
Master D-Luke, please, have you no respect at all? How come you're sweating so much? You didn't leave, did you? Is it? But if that's the case, why are you also out of breath?
Uh-oh, Huffman is getting suspicious.
Excuse me, sir. Might I be so bold as to inquire, did you see Master D-Luke, today's bartender, did you see him leave just now?
Yikes! He's asking other customers. We're done for.
Master D-Luke? Why, no. He's been behind the bar this entire time.
I see.
Mr. Huffman, your dandelion wine. You ought to get back after this. Send my regards to the rest of the knights.
Oh, never mind. I must be going. I should report back. Here, take this as a token of my esteem. How odd.
Whew, that was too close. Paimon was sure we were toast.
I foresaw this eventuality. So, all the guests here tonight, save you two, are my own people from the Dawn Winery.
They're all in on it?
Not all of them. Or should I say, not all of us.
Kaya, where did you come from?
I just picked a good spot to quietly sit and watch the show.
What? You've been here this whole time?
Correct. The Dark Knight Hero's Alibi. I think it's my favorite chapter so far. More intriguing than a fine wine.
So, you plan to report everything to the Knights of Favonius?
Come now, Diluc. You know me better than that. I have no interest in exposing secrets. I was just curious to see how far Mondstadt's Dark Knight hero would really go. And you did not disappoint.
I have nothing to prove to you.
Oh, naturally. I must say, though, one thing I didn't see coming is that the mighty Dark Knight hero would actually need help from other people.
Sorry, we're closing. Please see yourselves out.
All right, all right. I have no further need of wine to entertain myself tonight in any case. Just one last thing before I go.
It had better be the very last thing.
I feel strangely comforted by the fact you now have an assistant, Diluc. I hope you all have a wonderful night.
What was all that about?
Don't mind him. Thank you for all your help with this matter. This is a token of my gratitude.
Wow! Thanks, Master Diluc.
I'm in the habit of working alone. But I did enjoy having your assistance this time. In the future, if there's anything you ever need, you can come to me for help.
Another meaningless day.
Nice and spun.
I swear by my sword!
Dodge this!
What's the hurry? Oh, so sorry.
Don't push.
Freeze!
Booba, get them!
Cool it!
Wind, hear me!
Dodge this!
Go as planned!
Be on your guard, traveler. Now is no time for sightseeing.
Oh, why's that? Has something happened?
Yes. As unusual as this may sound, numerous eyewitness reports have confirmed an active Ruin Guard presence in this area, even though this is far beyond their normal area of activity. Sergeant sent someone to find out just where these ancient machines might have come from. It appears that they simply left their ruin and marched off all of a sudden, for no clear reason.
So did somebody wake them up?
As I say, the reason is still unclear. We have very little intelligence at present. Moreover, the ruin in question is of the especially spooky variety. Strange noises are often heard coming from within. As such, we are not permitted to investigate until the order comes through from headquarters. In any case, the only sensible strategy in the meantime is to increase Millilith patrols. We must not let innocent civilians come to harm.
That's a good point. Ruin guards are probably pretty dangerous for regular folk.
Wow. I'm very grateful indeed for the offer, but it just wouldn't be worth the risk.
Oh, don't worry about that. This one beats up ruin guards for breakfast.
The self-confidence of young people is an extraordinary thing. Well, if you're genuinely offering... I did see some ruin guard footprints on the hillside, but since then I've been too busy warning passers-by to investigate myself.
Footprints, eh? Interesting. We'll take the case.
While the Millilith stands guard, evil shall never prevail. On behalf of the Millilith, I salute you, traveler. You have my gratitude. I will rendezvous with you once I have finished my patrol.
I do hope the Knights of Favonius are all working hard.
This footprint is huge! It has to be the one that guy was talking about. And here's another one. Yep. Seems the ruin guards did come. Trail of ruin guard footprints leads us here to... Ah! A ruin guard! Over there!
Tumor shines eternal!
Freeze! Dodge this!
Leaving so soon.
Don't get frostbite.
I swear by my sword!
Boba, get them!
Shine down!
You can't run from death.
I hope the others find some.
Go as one!
Illusion shatter!
Right, Pip, into the fire! Eat this!
Go as one!
Freeze!
Go as one!
Dodge this!
Booba, get the...
Go as one!
Cool it!
Well, that's one down. Let's keep looking around. Maybe we'll find some more.
Isn't it awesome?
What is he wearing?
I've never seen one this close before. Have you ever seen one? Excuse me. His name is Mr. Cyclops, actually. What sort of dumb name is Ruin Guard?
Mr. Cyclops? Aw, that's cute! Wait, what? Do people seriously call them that?
Yep, my brother said so. And he's the best toy seller in the whole world. It's his job to sell this kind of stuff. Right now, he's at the Institute for Toy Research in Liyue. That's where Mr. Cyclops has come from. It's always nice to meet someone else who likes toys. So tell me, where'd you get your toy from? Must be a pretty...
Yeah, Paimon is not a toy!
Greetings. Have you found anything? Oh. A child? What's the situation here?
We just, found him.
You shouldn't be out here, boy. There are killing machines in the area. It's extremely dangerous.
Killing machines? You mean ones that look like this?
Precisely. And including this one. It's not moving now, but if it were to wake up, the consequences would be...
You take that back! Mr. Cyclops is not a killing machine. He's one of the good guys.
Mr. Cyclops?
We shouldn't be talking to this guy. If he's saying mean things about Mr. Cyclops, he's definitely a bad man.
I'm just trying to help. I've always been hopeless at dealing with children.
Well then, why don't you get back to your normal job and leave us to do the babysitting?
It seems I have no other choice. Very well. I will continue with my patrol. Please escort the child to somewhere safe. It's much too dangerous here.
The mighty Mr. Cyclops scared off the bad guys once again! My name's Tusser. I came all the way from Snezhnaya to look for my brother in Liyue. But I'm all on my own, and I don't know where to find him.
You came all the way from Snezhnaya?
Oh, I think this is the part where I give you this. Here you go.
What is it? Looks heavy. What the?
My brother said I should take it with me. He said, find a nice person to give this to, and they will take good care of Tusser.
Your brother makes a good point. Still, it's hard to believe you made it all this way armed with nothing but a few bags of Mora. Your family must be super rich. Paimon never knew you could make so much Mora from selling toys.
Yay! Thanks, nice guy. All right, now we gotta make a pinky promise. You make a pinky promise, you keep it all your life. You break a pinky promise, I throw you on the ice. The cold will kill the pinky that once betrayed your friend. The frost will freeze your tongue off so you never lie again.
Wow, that one nursery rhyme kind of says all you need to know about Snezhnayan culture. Well, if we weren't your babysitters before, we sure as heck are now. But where should we look for your brother? Great idea! All right, off we go!
All right! Finally, now I get to see my brother!
Go as one!
That seems a little inappropriate, don't you think, sir? How can you...
Relax. Once in a while can't hurt. It'll be fine.
Huh? What is he doing here?
Yay, my brother! I found you!
I know that voice. Why, if it isn't my little brother Tusser! My goodness! What a nice surprise, Tusser. I thought I would have to wait till I return home before seeing you again. How are the others? Sister Tonia and Brother Anthon? Is everybody keeping well?
They miss you a lot. Tonia prays for you every day at dinner.
Wait a second. What are you doing here in Liyue, Tusser? How have I not heard anything about this?
Well, what happened was, I saw a boat that looked like it was selling toys, so obviously I thought you were on board. And then, when I got off, I just kept walking and walking, and then I found a Mr. Cyclops. Mr. Cyclops scared off a bad guy, and then I found this nice guy to help me come look for you.
And also, Tusser is Child's brother? Cool. Suddenly Paimon doesn't feel so bad about taking Tusser's money.
Tusser, what you did was extremely dangerous. I'm so happy to see you, really I am, but please, Promise me you won't do anything like this ever again.
Okay, I promise. Please don't be mad at me.
I'm not mad at you. I just care about your safety, that's all. If you hadn't met these nice people, things could have been a lot more dangerous for you, Tooser. I hope you said a big thank you to them.
Yep, I always remember my pleases and thank yous. Oh, so you did notice we were here. You were just ignoring us. Gotcha.
Forgive me, it's always family first where I'm from. Don't take it personally. I know we've had our differences up to now, but a few minor quibbles aside, we get on quite well, don't you think? Come on, you know I'm just a pawn and all that, just doing my part. As for who wins, who loses, and how each side deals with the consequences, I prefer to leave all that up to the ones playing the game. I'm much more interested in who wins and who loses when it comes to our little sparring matches.
Sounds like you're ready to get your butt kicked again.
Ha! You're forgetting something about me. I, Tartaglia, spend every second getting stronger. Don't expect to have it quite so easy next time.
Whoa. You aren't gonna fight now, are you?
Maybe not right now. Not while my kid brother is watching.
Why do you want to fight the nice guy? Are you guys enemies?
No, not at all. Allow me to formally express my sincerest gratitude for taking care of my darling brother. His safety matters very much to me.
So anyway, Paimon has a question. Tooser said something about you being a toy seller. What's that all about? Aren't you supposed to be one of the Fatui's harbinger?
Yes, about that. Shh, look. I only told him that so that he'll look up to me. In the eyes of a child, working with toys must be the best job imaginable, right? I don't want my family to have anything to do with the Fatui's, or should I say Snezhnaya's, darker side. The older ones already know that I serve the Tsaritsa, but Tooser is still so young, and in his eyes... As I was saying, I remain Snezhnaya's greatest expatriate toy seller, currently attached to the Liyue branch of our Institute for Toy Research.
That's right! My brother's the greatest! Cyclops' bestest friend!
Just humor me in front of Tooser, if you would be so kind. Ah yes, Ekaterina. I will deal with the issue of that outstanding payment right away.
Hey! Slinking off, are we?
But Master Child, would it not be a little improper to ask you to deal with debt collection?
A bet is a bet, isn't it? And if you lose a bet with an agent, well, you might as well get a little exercise out of it.
Are you going off to sell toys now?
That's right. As much as I'd love to catch up a little longer, Tooser, duty calls. I'm sure Mr. Nice Guy here will be happy to keep you company while I'm out, though.
So we still need to keep babysitting for you? Sure, I really like this guy. And anyway, he made a pinky promise to take good care of me.
Ah, well, it sounds like Tooser really likes you, and that you've already made a pinky promise to take good care of him anyway. Then I'm in your debt. Here, take this as Tooser's entertainment fund. I want him to have a good time while he's in Liyue, so take him anywhere he wants. If need be, you may find me by the river near Qingshu Pool. I'll see you both around.
Looks like we'll be hanging out with Child's kid brother for a while.
So, where are we going to play first?
How about we start with the toy store?
Yeah.